What's up guys? In today's video I'm going to show you just how easy it is to install a Nayax VPOS Touch credit card reader on a Dixie Narco 501e drink vending machine. Let's get in the video guys. What's up guys, Matt here with Galaxy Games 843 back with another vending video. In today's video, like I said in the intro, I'm going to show you how easy it is to install a Nayax VPOS Touch credit card reader on your Dixie Narco 501e drink vending machine. Now in this video, the manufacturer that we bought the machine from pre-drilled the holes for us, so we didn't have to do that in this video. But what I will say is anytime you order a Nayax VPOS Touch credit card reader, it does come with a handy drill guide, and all you need to do is tape this to your machine and then mark out your holes to drill them out. So we're obviously not going to show the drilling in this video, but I do want to let you know if you guys want to save some money on a Nayax VPOS Touch credit card reader, we can save you some cash. All you need to do is go to shop.nayax.com, and when checking out, use checkout code GalaxyGames843. All right, let's head off to our location and install the Nayax credit card reader. All right guys, here we are at our new warehouse location. In our last video from this location, we totally set up this Dixie Narco 501e soda vending machine. We got it all primed with all the drinks, we got all the pricing set up, we got all the motor tests done and everything good to go. But we ran out of time to install the Nayax credit card reader. So in this video, we're going to show you, like I said, just how easy it is to install the Nayax credit card reader. Now, some Dixie Narco 501es come automatically cut out for a credit card reader. This one did not. But like I said, the facility that I purchased the machine from was kind enough to drill those credit card reader holes for me, so I don't have to do that in this video. Like I showed you in the intro though, Nayax includes a really handy drill guide when it comes to drilling those holes. So first thing you're going to need to do is remove your dollar bill acceptor, and it's quite simple to do. It's just 4 nuts off of 4 bolts that you'll, you can either use a ratchet set. Here I'm trying to be fast. I'm seeing how fast I can actually do this installation today. So I'm going to be using a power drill with a ratchet clipped onto it, so that way I can just pull those 4 nuts off the bolts real quick and then disconnect or let that dollar bill acceptor just kind of hang out of the way. Because the credit card reader wiring will actually go behind the stack part of that dollar bill acceptor. So I will say, I know this video, it's a little bit dark. The lighting here, it was early in the morning when I was doing this. It was probably about, I don't know, 7:45 a.m. when I was actually filming this video. So all the warehouse lights weren't on yet. And like I said in the previous video too, I think some of them are on like a motion sensor or some sort of timer maybe, I don't know. But also the lights from the doors in the drink machine do offset the lighting. So that makes it a little bit more challenging to see at some point. So I'm going to kind of guide you through everything I'm doing, and you see I've removed the 4 nuts and I've just kind of moved the dollar bill acceptor out of the way. I'm just going to let it hang there by its wires. So one thing I will say is when you're going to go and connect up all the electrical connections, make sure the machine is powered off. I will do that as well in this video. And here I am. I had this machine on a previous combo machine, so I'm actually converting it over to this machine. So I had to unplug the wires. I'm going to take the 4 mounting screws off of that mounting plate because I'm not going to need the mounting plate for this installation. We're just going to use the 4 screws with the 4 holes that have been drilled in that metal in the front of that front door on this Dixie Narco 501e vending machine. So pretty straightforward. All we're going to do is run our wires, we'll connect them up, and then of course put in all the screws to secure the Nayax credit card reader to the machine. And then of course we'll power the machine down, we'll plug everything in, power the machine back up. And like I said, it's actually a quite simple process. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to actually fish the antenna cable from the inside to the outside of the machine like that. And you'll need to do the same thing with the MDB cable. Now this is an MDB cable because we're using it on a vending machine. If this installation were on a claw machine or something like that, we'd be using the Nayax pulse cable. But in this case, it's MDB. So I'm fishing those wires from the inside of the machine to the front outside of the machine, and we'll go ahead and plug those in to the Nayax VPOS Touch credit card reader. So there we go. So I'm making 2 connections. There's the data connection, and here's the antenna connection. And once those 2 connections are made, everything on the back of the Nayax credit card reader is now complete. All we need to do is screw it in and secure it. So we're going to use those 4 screws like I showed you that I took out of the mounting bracket, and we're going to go directly into the back of the Nayax credit card reader. So I know this part's a little bit difficult to see, but all I'm doing is I'm putting the screws through the holes, lining up the holes on the back of the credit card reader, and then I'll go ahead and tighten them down. Once I get 2 in place, I can put all the other remaining 2 in. I won't really have to line them up at that point. And then I can tighten everything down nice and secure. And then from the outside, other than remounting the dollar bill acceptor, everything will be done from the outside of the machine. So it'll look good, everything's good. Another thing I will say is make sure you bring some zip ties with you when it comes to installing a Nayax credit card reader, because you'll want to do some wire management, some wire cleanup, make sure everything looks good. You don't want your wires getting pinched or broken or anything like that when you're opening and closing your door. So make sure you bring some zip ties with you too. We'll do that at the end of the video. Okay, so like I said, I'm putting the screws in now, and I just, like I said, gonna make sure that this Nayax reader is completely secure on the front of the machine. You know, no one should be able to pull on it or wiggle it around or anything like that. You should make it nice and secure, so that way it can't be tampered with or anything like that. You don't want anyone messing with the wires behind it or the SIM card or anything like that. So once we get all 4 wires in, we'll be able to kind of move our wires out of the way and put that dollar bill acceptor back in place. And then it's just a couple easy wire connections. Like I said, this is probably one of the easiest Nayax reader installations you can do. So if you've got a Dixie Narco 501e soda vending machine and you've been worried about installing a Nayax credit card reader, hopefully this video will show you just how easy it is, and you can kind of build your confidence a bit, so that way when you're ready to install, it goes pretty smoothly. Okay, so I've got the Nayax reader secured onto the front of the machine, and now I'm putting the dollar bill acceptor back into the machine. We're going to mount that back in place and put those 4 nuts back on those 4 bolts. And then again, I'll use my power drill to get everything snugged up there real nice. I'm trying to get them started by hand, but I'm not going to lie, it's kind of hard to get your hands in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put them into the socket on the drill, and we'll let that do the work for us. We'll let that reach in there and put the nuts back on the bolts. So again, it's 4 nuts on 4 bolts. And then once you got that all secured up, then it'll be onto the wiring, which is super simple, and I'll show you just how easy it is. That's one thing I will say, Nayax made installation of their products super easy. And remember, like I was saying, guys, if you want to get some Nayax readers for your machines, we have a discount code that'll save you cash instantly. Just go on over to shop.nayax.com, add those VPOS Touch credit card readers to your carts, and when checking out, make sure you enter checkout code Galaxy Games 843. Like I said, that will take instant money off of your bill. So just a quick discount, save you some cash, and of course, the more that you order, the more money that you'll save. So there we go. All right, let's see. Looks like we're getting all the bolts, or I'm sorry, all the nuts back on the bolts, and it looks like we've got all 4 at this point. So I'm gonna go and put my my ratchets away and all that good stuff, because we're done with the drill at this point. And now all we really have left is connecting the wires, wire management, powering it back up, and testing it. So first things first, let's go and unplug the machine at this point. Because remember, like I said, when you're working with electronics and plugging stuff in and unplugging stuff, you'll want to make sure your machine is powered off. So what I'm going to do now is there's currently an MDB cable that runs from the coin mechanism to the dollar bill acceptor. I'm going to unplug that, and the Nayax MDB cable will plug into these 2 plugs. So it's got a male end and a female end. Just find which plug correlates with the existing plugs that you have there in the machine. Also, I'm going to put the antenna up on the inside of the door like that. Let's get everything plugged in. Now, another thing we'll also talk about here is the DEX cable. Now, DEX cables are not required for this to work, but they do have some benefits, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit too. Maybe even some future stuff with Nayax. Don't know how much I can divulge right now, but I'm currently testing something with Nayax. So there I plugged in the DEX cable. I've got the MDB cables plugged back in. I'm going to put the dollar bill acceptor magazine back on the DBA, and let's go ahead and plug the machine back in. Now remember, when you're initially powering up a Nayax credit card reader, it's going to take a few minutes. It's probably, maybe even a good 5 minutes or so before everything is powered up and fully functioning. So now's a good time while that's doing that to work on our wire management. So it looks like a little bit of a mess right now, right? We got wires in front of the dollar bill acceptor. I'm trying to figure out what I want to zip tie the wires to, and there's a little spot on the door, and I think I'm going to abandon that idea as I work on it, because I feel like if I zip tie it to the door where I was trying to, the wires might get pinched when I close the door. So So here I am, I'm bundling up the antenna wires. We're just going to zip tie those off and kind of tuck them back in there so they're out of the way. Then we'll do the same with the MDB cable, that big yellow cable there. But yeah, so everything is kind of pretty much done at this point. We're just cleaning up our work. Again, focusing on wire management to make everything look good. After the Nayax credit card reader is fully booted up, we will go ahead and do a quick test where we'll use our Nayax test card to vend an item and make sure it vends properly. And at that point, then we'll be good to go. So like I was saying, this is just how easy it is to install a Nayax VPOS Touch credit card reader on your Dixie Narco 501e drink vending machine. Super simple. Just, 4 screws basically, and connect a couple wires. You don't have to cut any wires. There's no soldering required. No electrical tape, unless you want to use electrical tape instead of zip ties to do your wire management. But other than that, like I said, it's super simple to do. All I'm doing now is cutting down my zip ties so they're not having those extra ends sticking off. And then we'll just kind of tuck all those wires back in there all nice and neat. And we'll close up the door. And once, like I said, once that Nayax reader is completely booted up, we'll do our test. So while we're doing all this wire management, guys, if you found this video helpful, do me a favor, scroll on down to the bottom and click that like button. Help other people find this video. I really do enjoy making these how-to videos because it kind of shows off the other side of vending, not always just stocking machines and collecting money. I do love making how-to videos, and I like to make them any chance I get. But, it's funny because I've never made one for installing a reader on a Dixie Narco 501e drink vending machine. So today's the day. There we go. Also, while you're down there hitting that like button, consider hitting that subscribe button if you find our content entertaining or helpful, or if it's been beneficial to you. Give us some love, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell too, so that way when we post new videos, you'll get notified of that too. We're gonna have a lot of great videos coming up next week from the IAPA showcase in Orlando, Florida. So there's gonna be a lot of cool things to see. I'm not sure exactly how many videos we'll be doing, but I will say our posting schedule next week might be a little bit different than what you're used to. All right, Nayax reader is all booted up. Let's go ahead and run our test. I used my Nayax test card and I just selected a Monster Energy drink. And looks like it's working good. We do have a vended monster right there. There we go. Perfect. All right. Everything is working as it should. I'm going to go and put it back inside the vending machine because I'm not going to drink my own drinks here. Just wanted to test. And then all we need to do is lock the machine up, clean up our work area, and we are good to go. So guys, thanks again for joining. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Hopefully you found it beneficial. Again, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'd be glad to answer my comments regarding installation of Nayax credit card readers. Also, don't forget to use that savings code GalaxyGames843 over at shop.nayax.com to save money when buying a Nayax credit card reader. I'm going to take a couple quick pictures of the machine. I always love to do that whenever I can. And then, again, don't forget to like and subscribe, too. It really does help us out with YouTube, so we would appreciate your assistance. With that said, this is Matt with Galaxy Games 843. We'll see you next time.